Hey, welcome to Credit Makes Sense with Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista. And today we are busting some credit myths on debt consolidation. If you haven't shared yet, this is the time. We're about to make sense of some things. For those of you who are new to me, I am Netiva, the Frugal CrediTnista. I own mnhfinancialservices.com, where we help women and couples over 30 to create custom credit solutions so they can crush their financial goals. I also own the amazingly bomb Members Club Credit on Fire, where we teach you how to master your money, destroy your debt, and soar your credit scores. For under $20 a month, I left a link for a dollar trial below. And if you're on Facebook, I have a super amazingly epic free Facebook community, Credit Makes Sense. Left a link for you to join me. Make sure you go to the pin post. Left just a great amount of freebies for you. So make sure you grab them. All right, let's make sense of some things. If you haven't shared by now, share. This is the time. I'm gonna start running contests. I want to make sure that you guys are passing out this information. All right, so our prosperity partner, I do like to read it verbatim, so let me bring it up right here. Hi, Netiva. I have read that if I consolidate my debts, then that means that I will be paying a lower amount per month and that my scores will immediately increase. I have about $20,000 in credit card debts, and I'm right now looking for a consolidation loan, have been applying for a consolidation loan to reduce the amount, to make one payment. What am I reading today? To make one payment per month. All right, so let's make sense of this. Will you reduce the amount that you pay per month in addition to soar your credit scores if you consolidate all of your debts? First off, for those of you who may not know what debt consolidation is, that's when you get all of your debts, and it's usually like all credit card debts or even student loan debts, consolidate them into one low, it doesn't have to be low, but one monthly payment. So instead of paying 10 credit card companies, you're now paying one company and a loan so that you can consolidate all this. So I'm assuming you're in about $20,000 worth of credit card debt because you mentioned that you were looking for a loan. So with credit cards, you're taking all of those revolving lines of credit. Credit cards are revolving, meaning that you have this limit, $1,000, you charge $100, you got a $900 limit. You pay the $100, you got a $1,000 limit again. So it just revolves. Whereas installment loans, you borrow $10,000 and you pay on it until that $10,000 is completely paid off with interest. So it's an installment loan and the payments are the same equal amount. Whereas with credit cards, the amount is going to vary based on how much of your limit you have charged, you've spent, you've used. Okay, so if you take all of those credit cards and you consolidate it, you're not going to consolidate it onto another credit card, although that's not an option, but that's not what you asked. You are going to consolidate it into an installment loan. So you're taking your credit card balances and you're getting a loan and consolidating into a loan. So you get a loan, you get approved for a loan, you're paying off all of your credit cards. That can be great for your credit scores. So we're not busting any myths right there. They can be great. If you've heard me talk about utilization, utilization is in the amount owed category of the FICO scoring model, and it makes up a large chunk of that 30% amount owed category. Credit card debt specifically. So if you now get this loan, which still factored into the amount owed, but nowhere near like credit cards, and you now take that high utilization debt, that credit card debt, bring the credit card debt to zero or very low balance, and now it's an installment loan, you can see an increase. What you got to do is make sure you don't keep charging up on this credit card. So now you got this increasing credit card balance, and also you got this loan. Like, that's a wash. That's a no. You're actually going to be in an even worse position because your debt load is increasing rather than decreasing, and that beneficial low utilization is now starting to creep up as well in addition to this loan. So that's a no-no. So I just wanted to make that clarification. So now we just clarified some things and made sense of some things rather than bust a myth. Now here's where that statement could get tricky when it comes to, will it save you money? Will it save you money in interest over the long run? Yes, because the interest that you would pay over 7-10 years or what have you, if you're paying the minimum payment, is way less than what you would typically pay on paying like 3 years, 5 years with a personal loan, right? Another thing you want to consider though is the interest rate. Typically an installment loan will be like, I'll give you one of my clients' examples. Okay, she had credit card debts. None of the interest rates were under 20%. So all of them were like 20 to 24, 20, even 25. But let's just say 20 to 24% on her credit cards. The installment loan was for 9 points, I want to say 8, 9.7%, which is to me is still kind of high, but it's way better than the 20 to 24% on her credit cards, right? So there is a savings of interest there. However, there is no time limit on when you're going to pay off your credit card balances. So you can keep paying a minimum payment. You can put a little bit over the minimum payment. You can focus on one and drill on paying that to zero, and then the next one, and the next one. There's no time period. But with an installment loan, think about your vehicle. You have what? 5 years, sometimes even 6. Your house, you have 15 to 30 years. There's a time limit to that thing. So with personal loans, generally it's a year, it's 3 years, it's 5 years. There's a time limit for that. So that means a little puny payment that you can make on a credit card is going to increase when you're paying on an installment loan. So using the same client's example, she was paying about $300 something for credit card dollars on a credit card debt that she had over here. By the time she took this over into a 3-year loan, that monthly payment was like well over that $300 something. She was pushing, I believe, almost $700. But she was paying it off in 3 years. It was one payment. It was consistent. She was going to eliminate it. You know, I had to cut up them other cards so she don't charge on them. And, you know, we applied some other principles in place to make sure she still has something in that amount of category. Ultimate thing is, yes, it can increase your credit scores if you don't keep charging up the other credit cards that are now very low at $0. Yes, you can save money over time in interest, but it won't be immediately saving because the amount that you pay on the installment loan will be higher in most cases the amount that you pay on your credit card balance. Did we make sense of some things? If you haven't shared this out, definitely share it out. If you have any further questions, don't be on our Credit Makes Sense. Your questions answered on our Credit Makes Sense. You can send it to social at emanationfinancialservices.com. Social at emanationfinancialservices.com. I did leave the email address below. In addition to that dollar trial link, put it on fire where I'll walk you through all of this. In addition to meeting every 2 weeks, so you can have live Q&A sessions with me or a member of my prosperity team, and so much more. So that's it. Tomorrow we are going to answer. Actually, I don't know. Don't ask me why I don't pull this up before I come on. Okay, we're going to make sense of the disputing process. It relates to credit scoring. So one of the questions was asked, if I dispute something on my credit report, will my scores go up? Can I buy something for a time frame before it gets verified? We'll make sense of that tomorrow. So let me actually schedule tomorrow. So yeah, we'll make sense of that tomorrow. See you tomorrow at 12:30, same bat channel, same bat time, I guess, 12:30. See you tomorrow.